and I'll have to talk to you a little more freely.
Brace yourselves as we take you deep into the interrogation room, where a seemingly ordinary old man unravels into a twisted and diabolical serial killer, Daniel Printz. As the web of deceit unfolds, we're left grappling with our own perceptions of good and evil. Can anyone truly be trusted? Was it the twisted childhood experiences that molded Mr. Printz into the monster he became? How did he manage to remain elusive and outwit law enforcement for so long? What dark secrets lie within the depths of his twisted psyche? Before we delve into the gripping footage from the interrogation room, let's take a moment to understand the chilling events that led us here and uncover the true identity of Daniel Printz. As you can see in this video, it's just a man parking his SUV in the lot of a small town motel. Nothing out of the ordinary, right? But let's take a closer look. This middle-aged man, Daniel Printz, appears to be more concerned with the appearance of his vehicle. He's obsessively polishing it, paying attention to every tiny detail. Little do onlookers know that he just committed a heinous act. You see, less than an hour ago, Daniel Printz brutally ended the life of an innocent 80-year-old woman. Yet, there he stands, seemingly carefree, walking away from his monstrous deed. He blends in perfectly, just another face in the crowd. It's chilling to think that a cold-blooded serial killer could move among us so effortlessly, enjoying the warm sunshine as if he hadn't just taken a life. And guess where he's headed next? To a remote location in the mountains of North Carolina, where he plans to bury the body in a shallow grave. It's like a scene straight out of a thriller movie, unfolding right before our eyes. In a series of calculated murders, this was his fourth. A moment of carelessness sealing his fate forever. Now, let me transport you to a fateful day. August 27th, 2021, in the serene town of Travelers Rest, nestled near the border of North and South Carolina. This serene rural area, surrounded by the breathtaking Appalachian Mountains, seems like the epitome of tranquility. Little did the residents know that within their midst lurked a predator, 59-year-old Daniel Printz. Working as a handyman, Printz had been hired by Edna to take care of some repairs in her home. It started innocently enough, a few odd jobs here and there, but soon a friendship blossomed between them, and Printz wormed his way into Edna's circle of trust. Now, let's talk about Edna Suttles.
Pretty well known in the northern part of this county. She was a bail bonding agent. She was a tough lady, street smart, had a great reputation here in our area.
An 80-year-old retired businesswoman and the owner of A1 Freedom Bail Bonding. She was a beloved figure in the community, vibrant, active, and always looking out for others. She dedicated her time to checking up on assisting the elderly in her neighborhood. On that fateful morning, she had plans to sit with a homebound friend whose family relied on her compassionate presence. But something went horribly wrong. Edna left her home, her intentions pure and full of care, but she never arrived at her friend's place as scheduled.
Greenville County 911, what's the location of your emergency?
The thing is, a fitter was supposed to show up to be with my mom today, and she's in her 80s, and she didn't show up. We've come to her house, and we can't get nobody to the door or anything. Her name is Edna Suttles. This is not like her. She shows up like clockwork. So something's wrong.
Amid growing concern, members of the sheriff's office were dispatched to check on Edna Suttles. Knocking on her door, they received no response. With a warrant in hand, they entered her home, empty, no signs of foul play, no hints of her whereabouts. However, one vital piece of the puzzle emerged: the absence of Edna's champagne-colored Jeep Grand Cherokee. The police wasted no time and swiftly launched media alerts, unaware that Edna had already met a tragic fate: her life stolen and her body taken across state lines. 7 days later, the Jeep was discovered in a chilling location, the Best Western Hotel parking lot in Travelers Rest. As you can see here, the car was hidden in plain sight. The Jeep was cleverly backed into a parking space, obscuring its license plate from prying eyes. Determined to find answers, the Greenville County Sheriff's Office meticulously combed through the hotel's security footage, and there it was, the key piece of evidence they had been searching for. The footage revealed a man stepping out of the Jeep, engaging in suspicious behavior. He meticulously wiped down the vehicle, focusing on the interior of the front passenger door, the door frame, and the quarter panels. But who is this mystery man? And why was he so intent on erasing any trace of his presence? As investigators delved deeper into Edna Suttle's disappearance, they realized this wasn't just another missing person case with innocent explanations. Something sinister was at play. With relentless dedication, law enforcement painstakingly pieced together a timeline from surveillance footage. At 9:22 a.m., a Chevrolet Cruze appeared at a local supermarket, followed by Edna Suttles leaving her home in her champagne-colored Jeep Grand Cherokee just 8 minutes later. The nearby antique store's footage confirmed her departure. Then at 9:38 a.m., a man matching the person seen near Edna's Jeep was captured on camera, purchasing items using his rewards card. Daniel Printz. They drove away together, leaving investigators to unravel the dark secrets that lay behind their seemingly innocent encounter. Hours passed without more video evidence until 1:43 p.m., when Edna's Jeep is seen driving from her residence toward the supermarket. Minutes later, at 2:02 p.m., the Jeep and Prince's Chevy Cruze both parked in a different area of the parking lot. Prince moves something from the Jeep to his own car, where an unmoving figure with Edna's blonde hair can be seen. Prince then departs in her Jeep, leaving the person behind. The trail of video evidence goes cold, but Prince's purchase, using his rewards card, leads investigators straight to his door, an address in Bostic, North Carolina. Now, the burning questions remain. Who is this man, Daniel Printz? What connection does he have to Edna? And how did their paths intersect on that fateful day? As we dive into the background of Daniel Printz, we discover his journey from Michigan to the secluded mountains of North Carolina. Seeking solace in the seclusion of Rutherford County, Printz built relationships with vulnerable women as a handyman, concealing a troubled past. But behind his healthful facade lurked a troubled past with a brief stint in the military. His criminal records revealed a disturbing pattern of violence, assault, firearms, violations, and a conviction for kidnapping. Unveiling this unsettling history, law enforcement wasted no time in apprehending Printz and conducting a thorough search of his property. As you can see here, Printz surrendered calmly to the heavily armed officers despite his arrogance. As Printz is captured and brought to the Rutherford County Sheriff's Department, it becomes clear that he wants to control the narrative. But will his words lead to justice or further entangle the web of deception? Let's find out.
Did that August 27th, 2021 this year.
What day of the week was that?
Oh, it was a Friday.
Okay.
Where are you on that day? What's your typical Fridays like?
Some Fridays I go do jobs, some Fridays I stay home, some Fridays I go look at jobs, I do all sorts of things.
Daniel Printz's story crumbles during the interrogation, yet the evidence isn't substantial enough to catch him. Meanwhile, a startling discovery of what you see on the screen now awaits officers during the search. An arsenal of weapons, including 2 AR-15 variants, numerous handguns, and ammunition. To make matters worse, the AR-15s had their serial numbers removed, a double violation of federal law that elevated Printz's status as a convicted felon, leading to an upgrade of the case to the federal level and prolonging his custody. But as the search continues, they stumble upon damning evidence unrelated to Edna Suttle's disappearance. Possessions belonging to Nancy Rigo, a woman missing since 2017. Connections between Printz and Rigo become apparent, raising suspicions of foul play and financial manipulation. Among Printz's possessions, deputies discovered Nancy Rigo's driver's license, passport, and prescription bottles filled in 2017. The search also yielded a purse belonging to Rigo's deceased mother, Dolores Sellers Gore, along with a black bag containing disturbing items like zip ties, a taser device, lubricants, and crushed pills of lorazepam, a potent sedative known to be lethal when combined with certain substances like alcohol. Printz's attempts to maintain his innocence during the custody interviews bought him time. However, on October 9th, as Printz sat in jail, his wife decided to leave, leading to a pivotal discovery. While cleaning up the property, a friend of Printz's wife stumbled upon a hidden white box deep in the woods. Inside, law enforcement found Edna's belongings, including her purse, keys, and a cup of yogurt matching the one Printz had purchased. Additional evidence, such as a vehicle's back floorboard panel and personal items belonging to Edna, further incriminated Printz. Forensic analysis confirmed the presence of drugs mixed with the yogurt, aligning with the pills found in Printz's possession. Though Edna's body remained elusive, the scent of human remains detected by a cadaver dog reinforced the belief that she had been murdered. In a series of shocking confessions, Printz admitted to multiple murders, exposing himself as a serial killer. He disclosed details of the deaths of Dolores Sellers, Nancy Rigo, and Lee Goodman, painting a chilling picture of his heinous acts. His plea deal spared him from the death penalty, but condemned him to life imprisonment. Printz is confined to the United States Penitentiary, Hazleton in Bruce Mills, West Virginia, a maximum security prison often referred to as Misery Mountain by its inmates, an apt and fitting place for someone like him. The fact that a killer remained uncaught for many years after committing a crime makes me feel terrified, but not as terrified as when I watched the most disgusting case you'll ever see. Click that video right here.